It was the first week of lockdown when that phone call came. Hello? Oh, yes. Was it good news or bad news? Stay tuned.
Welcome to the Coach Potato, giving you bite-sized pieces of brain food to help change your mind and hopefully make your life better. Any resemblance of this potato to anyone living or dead is purely coincidental.
The news that came wasn't unexpected. COVID-19 had hit a lot of areas hard, and our project was one of the casualties. So as a result, myself and many of the team were being let go. So was that good news or bad news? Now I must confess, I don't really believe in the good news, bad news thing. It's just news, information. It's neutral. It's not until I apply a meaning to it that it becomes good or bad. And where does this meaning come from? It comes from the little story or narrative that I make up in my head. For many of us, myself included, our employment provides a pillar of stability in our lives. It's our source of income, our livelihood, and life as we know it. When this is suddenly taken away outside of our control, it can be quite a shock to the system, and our minds get busy creating a little story or narrative on how difficult life's going to be in future, and whether we're going to be able to cope. The question is, how accurate is this story? In her book, Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway, Dr. Susan Jeffers makes this statement. If you knew you could handle anything that came your way, what would you possibly have to fear? The answer is nothing. Let me ask it again. If you knew beyond a shadow of a doubt that you could deal with any situation, what would you have to worry about? I'm a firm believer that whatever situation comes along, we can get through it. And not just survive, but with the right mindset, thrive. The difference is what our expectation is when it comes to how comfortable that journey is going to be. In my martial art training, my instructor taught me the difference between what was life-threatening and what was uncomfortable. I learned that many times what I thought was life-threatening was in fact just unfamiliar. I wonder what things we think of now as too difficult or even impossible are actually just unfamiliar. Because with a bit of work, the unfamiliar can become familiar, and perhaps the impossible can become possible. Until next time, this is Dave, the Coach Potato, saying, don't settle for the impossible. See you next time. Thanks for joining us this week on the Coach Potato. If you enjoyed what you heard, please feel free to share or hit subscribe for future episodes.